morning to you and welcome. We're now in the second hour of Tracks Momentum on this Labor Day, a wonderful day, May the 1st. And on this Labor Day special, we're bringing you What Matters. And today on What Matters, we're going to talk about the past and present of Kuala Kubu Baharu. And joining us in the studios is Mr. Md Ridzuan Idris. He's the president of the Kuala Kubu Historical Society. Mr. Ridzuan, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
And welcome to Tracks.
Thank you very much.
I was told by you that the last time you were interviewed on radio was many moons ago. And now fast forward, you're here today to take us on a journey through history and how Kuala Kubu has evolved over the years, yeah?
Okay, you can say that. You can say like that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So maybe you can just briefly tell us about yourself and how you ended up being the president of the...
Okay, before I start with my I'd like to thank the station for inviting us to this program.
Sure.
We really appreciate your invitation and we will make full use of the opportunity that you have given to us.
Okay.
So about myself, I'm the fourth president of the society.
Okay.
The first one has passed away a few years ago.
All right.
The second one has resigned. The third one, I'm the fourth one. So I took over about 1.5 years ago.
I see.
But we have been very active in some of the programs that we have done. We've got a historical gallery in Kuala Kubu, where we are featuring all the photos of the old KKB and historical stories of the old KKB.
Okay.
And then plus some books and some paintings and some of the things that reflects KKB in the past.
Okay.
And furthermore, right now we are doing the next program that we are doing right now is we are having this we call it historical lectures.
All right.
We have done that for the past 3 years. So this is our third year, where we cover some small topics on historical happenings in Kuala Kubu. Not only Kuala Kubu, we also covering areas like Batu Arang, Tanya Malim.
I see.
Because these areas used to be in the district of Selangor, district of Ulu Selangor before.
Right.
Rawang, Batu Arang, all these places.
Okay.
So we are also covering those historical stories about those areas as well.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So now we are going to talk about Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Okay.
And the highlight of Kuala Kubu Baharu is the word Kubu, which I think it refers to fortress.
Yes.
And we know that Kuala Kubu Baharu is a place that has a rich history of being known as a battleground. So give us a background on that.
Kuala Kubu was not really a battleground.
I see.
The nearest battleground is in Serendah or Sungai Chor. But Kuala Kubu is the last fortress.
Okay.
Last fortress for our for our warriors.
Okay.
Especially Syed Mashhur. Syed Mashhur, there are two factions during the Civil War. One is Tengku Kudin and Ya Aloy. And the other one is Raja Mahadi, Syed Mashhur and Chong Chong.
Okay.
There are two groups fighting over some land, some mining areas, all that.
This was back in the 1900s?
Before that. The Selangor Civil War is between 1867 until 1873-74.
Wow.
1800s. Was for 6 to 7 years during that period. Now, Kubu means fort. So it's the last bastion for Syed Mashhur for them to defend. And their enemies do not dare to come to this Kuala Kubu area because they know it's a very strong fortress for Syed Mashhur.
Okay.
That's what Kubu.
I see.
The word Kuala means just like Kuala Lumpur,
Valley.
It's a meeting of two rivers. Just like Kuala Lumpur, we have Sungai Gombak and Sungai Kelang. Similarly, in Kuala Kubu, we have the meeting of Sungai Kubu and Sungai Selangor. That's the Kuala. So Kuala and Kubu, they join together jadi Kuala Kubu. But now the fortress no more lah. Okay. We cannot see any more fortress in Kuala Kubu.
So hence it's Baru.
No.
Okay.
It's a very long story.
I see. Okay.
Baru comes much later.
I see.
Much later.
Okay. But now we pretty much know the foundation of the word Kuala and also Kubu.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump in for a quick break, Mr. Ridzuan. When we come back, we shall discuss further on the past and present of Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Yes.
Today on What Matters here in Tracks Momentum, I'm speaking to Mr. Ridzuan Idris. He's the president of the Kuala Kubu Baharu Historical Society. Good morning and welcome back to What Matters on Tracks Momentum. My name is Anil on the mic, and today I'm speaking to Mr. Ridzuan Idris. He's the president of the Kuala Kubu Historical Society, and he's today talking to us about the past and present of Kuala Kubu Baharu. Mr. Ridzuan, you were sharing something very interesting with me during the break. About how you start off by talking about Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Okay, I normally start by telling my patrons to the gallery, the town that we are having now, Kuala Kubu Baharu, is the third town of Kuala Kubu. There are three eras of Kuala Kubu. The first one is pre-1883. The second one is between 1883 to 1930. And then the third one is from 1930 until the present time. So there are three phases of Kuala Kubu. Okay, so the first two towns is situated near the Sungai Selangor River. Okay, why 1883 is a very critical year and is very important year for Kuala Kubu, because that is where there was a dam before in Kuala Kubu. The first dam built by the Malays with the help of the foreign Malays plus Orang Aslis and the local Malays. They built a dam there. It burst. There was a story behind it, why it burst. 1883, 29 October 1883, first. So it swept away the whole town. So many people left.
I see.
Okay, that's the first era of Kuala Kubu, 1883. Now, then they rebuilt the town. The British built the town until it became the third largest town in Selangor. That was the most glamorous time for Kuala Kubu. Kuala Kubu, not Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Okay.
Kuala Kubu. It was built at exactly the same spot as the previous spot, near the Sungai Selangor River. So as time goes on, the town eventually sunk. Reasons? Because of heavy flooding.
I see.
It sunk. It sunk. So then they moved to Kuala Kubu Baharu, which is situated a bit higher up, with undulating areas, a bit high terrain and all that. About 6 kilometers from the old site near the river. They moved to another site. The beauty of the Kuala Kubu Baharu is that it is the only garden city with the concept of garden city.
Garden city.
Garden city. It's a planned town. It's a planned town by a town planner. That's the difference between KKB and other areas.
I see.
It is a planned town by a town planner, Charles Compton Reed.
Wow.
They want it.
Of course. But that's a very good.
That's what KKB is all about. Because sometimes people are confused.
Yes.
They misconstrued. They said when the dam burst in 1983, straight away it becomes Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Oh no. There's something in between.
There's something in between. 40 years. What happened during that 40 years gap? That's when Kuala Kubu was at its peak.
Wow.
Third largest town in Selangor.
A town that literally sunk.
Yes, it literally sunk.
Now let's talk about some key industries or economic activities that shaped KKB in early years.
Okay, in the early years, because KKB is zoning for higher education.
Okay.
It was not meant for industries.
Okay.
Firstly, because it is a water catchment area, so the government do not allow industries to be in Kuala Kubu.
I see.
The nearest industry can be in Rasa, Batang Kali, Serendah, those areas, but not in Kuala Kubu. Kuala Kubu is a protected area, and furthermore, and there is a small factories, kampung, all those factories, but not heavy industries. They emit smoke, so that we don't have. We don't have. I think the biggest one that we have is a shoe factory. Itu pun dah tutup. Itu pun we have closed down that.
How long has it been running for?
Back in the 80s. They run about 10 years before it closed down. They moved somewhere else.
Was it one of the major employers, job opportunity? No.
You can say that it employs only the skillful, because it's skillful worker.
Okay.
The rest are all, because basically KKB is a administrative center. Because we have all the civil service all over the place. The Balai Bomba, the police station, the army, everybody is there.
I see.
And plus some the shop, the commercial town a bit.
How many years have you lived in KKB?
I was born there.
You were born there?
I was born there in one of the quarters, government quarters. My father was once a government civil servant before he quit. Before he quit, 24 hours later. So after that, I was in the corporate side lah.
Okay.
My father joined the so-called business world.
I see. And how have you seen Kuala Kubu evolve throughout these years, from your childhood to this very day?
We are very lucky that Kuala Kubu has not evolved much. The buildings are still there. The old buildings are still there intact.
Yeah.
Maybe there are some new bus stations, or that's normal lah. The new bus station, the new banks area, the new banks. Only one bank there, but Maybank. But those days, this bank used to be a coffee shop bank, situated right beside a coffee shop bank. Those days Maybank, But then they got their own buildings, and new area, they got a new bus station, all that lah. But over the years, the shops are still intact. With all our friends, it's still brick and butter punya business.
I see.
But lately, for the past 5 to 6 years, we have seen businesses like Secret Recipe coming in, KFC coming in. The latest one is Zeus Coffee. Before this, Richiamo, Baker.
So some new additions are making its entry, but it's still staying true to its essence of Kuala Kubu Baharu.
It's not that we do not welcome this new fellas, but tourists prefer,
of course,
the old traditional shops. The old roti bakar, the normal kopitiam shop.
This is the thing about places like Taiping, or if you go to Kampal, these old towns, this nostalgia that takes you back. You're able to relive a time that your parents were once just talking to you about.
That's why they prefer. They prefer to see what's happening in the past.
So
70 years.
Is it fair to say for maybe a granddad who's got grandkids and he wants his grandkids to experience what life was like 60 years ago, Mr. Ridzuan? Take them to KKB?
You can take the KKB. There's a few shops that still have this old traditional type of food. Yes.
Really? Okay.
We are not really keen on this fast food thing.
Talking of food, what's a must try in KKB?
Okay. If you are in KKB, there is a kopitiam shop, San Nam Cheong.
Okay.
I'm promoting them lah. Some said, you are not in KKB unless you go to that shop.
Wow. Okay.
Because that shop is patronized by everybody.
And what do they serve there? What's a must-have?
It's a Hailam shop.
I see.
We have a chicken shop, a chicken chop, all those. The normal tradition.
You should have brought some for us, Mr. Ridzuan. We could have had producer Rose and I could have got a taste of KKB. Let's jump in for a quick break, sir.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll find out more about KKB.
Okay.
Welcome back to What Matters on Tracks Momentum. My name is Anil on the mic. Today is a very interesting topic. We're taking a journey back to revisit the past of Kuala Kubu Baharu and also explore the present with the very formidable and experienced and well-read Mr. Ridzuan, who's the president of the Kuala Kubu Historical Society. And he was recommending a restaurant which is a must-visit if you go to Kuala Kubu Baharu. Now, Mr. Ridzuan, if you can just briefly highlight some of the lesser-known things that many people don't know about Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Okay, Kuala Kubu Baharu is known for its outdoor activities. Okay, with all the water rafting, the paragliding, the hiking, all those, the jungle trekking, all those. And Bukit Kutu is another attraction. That's all outdoor activities back in the days. But now, since the government is promoting KKB as a historical spot, so the shift has moved to another angle. They are focusing on the town itself. They are beautifying the town and all that, putting up some murals here and there. In fact, you can see the whole town is covered with murals. The whole back lanes are all covered with murals. Now the back lanes are now beautifully preserved. The back lanes.
That's become a trend in a lot of these old towns nowadays. Right?
But on our side, as a historical group, we promote KKB as a historical thing. We take them back to 100 years before or 20 years before, which the tourists likes to hear the history of such a small town. And then we take them for a ride 20 to 200 years before.
Okay.
Before the present KKB, and they like to hear. Besides the township itself, lah. Yeah? Okay.
And this is something important, and I think you'd be the best person to answer that. What do you think are some of the challenges facing Kuala Kubu Baharu, and how is the community right now addressing them?
Okay.
Like in terms of touching on preservation of its essence, of its originality.
Okay. We are very lucky enough that the state has proposed KKB to be a historical town. Okay, now what we need to do is to put more content to the meaning of historical to that town.
Okay.
More content. It's a colonial town, historical town. Now, the challenges that we are going to face is not so much because it is a well-preserved town. It's a protected town because it's a water catchment area. So no high-rise buildings except one, 18 stories. That's the highest one. But the township itself is protected. No more. They have to follow all the historic, all the town council bylaws and all that. Okay, they simply cannot do. They have to follow for the best. The most stories is about 2 to 3 stories only.
Okay.
So the challenges is not. We are not so worried about because we have weekend activities for the tourists.
Okay.
And
Such as?
Then all those hiking, all those cycling,
okay.
the bikers, we have plenty of
Do you have like historical drives along all of the monumental areas?
Yeah, we do conduct historical walks in town.
Okay.
Historical walks
Great.
in town.
Great.
And we do have a historical drive to all the historical spots in Kuala Kubu.
Right.
During the PKP, when the country was in lockdown, when they open up Selangor estates too, you can see plenty of people all flocking KKB because it's only the one nearest to KL, and all the rivers are all full of people. The rivers.
We love that, isn't it? We Malaysians love a good dip in the river.
A dip in the river. That's what people come to KKB for.
Wow.
Doing all that. Now, the challenges that we are facing, not so much challenges.
Okay.
Not so much because the government still protects it.
Okay, great.
KKB is still as a historical site and heritage site.
Okay.
Heritage site.
Okay. Mr. Ridzuan, thank you very much for setting aside your time and coming in to be with us today. Time is of the essence, but I want to give you an opportunity for you to talk to our listeners and tell them why should Kuala Kubu Baharu be in the list of places that they have to visit if they happen to be in Selangor. In 1 minute.
Okay.
In 1 minute. Take it away. Yeah.
It's one of the old town in Selangor, which is nearest to Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
Okay, it's 1 hour drive from Kuala Lumpur. You come to KB, enjoy the atmosphere. Meaning, the atmosphere in Kuala Kubu is so beautiful that you can spend your time lazying in these areas. Time is on your side.
Wow.
You're not going to stuck with time, or you can take as long as you want.
You can hit the pause button on the time, and then you can just unwind and take a
unwind yourself in the rivers. You can go anything that you want to do in Kuala, good food and all that. Because KKB is a garden city. It's a garden city garden where the charm is everywhere.
Wow.
The charm of Kuala Kubu is everywhere. Charm means in Malay means apa tu, molek.
Molek.
Beautiful.
Cantik molek.
Cantik molek Kuala Kubu. That's why the town planners in the city, they love to come to Kuala Kubu and study Kuala Kubu as a place that they can really relate as a garden city, the only garden city left in Asia, Kuala Kubu.
Okay.
Because bear in mind, it was planned by Charles Compton Reid, the founder of Town Planning Department. He plans 2 towns, one in Lights Garden in Adelaide. Then he was commissioned to come to Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
And he planned for Kuala Kubu.
Okay.
That means there are 2 towns of Charles Compton Reid that has has his plan.
Okay.
Kuala Kubu and Red Lights Garden. That's Kuala Kubu Baharu.
So there we have it. Thanks to Mr. Ridzuan, we now know that we can go to Kuala Kubu Baharu and experience its true charm. There you have it. Today on What Matters, I spoke to Mr. Ridzuan, the president of Kuala Kubu Baharu Historical Society. Mr. Ridzuan, thank you very much for setting aside your time.
I really appreciate your opportunity they have given to me.
You're welcome.
And I hope this conversation will attract the the listeners to come to Kuala Kubu,
sure.
Flocking to Kuala Kubu.
Sure. All right, let's now break away for the news, and I'll be seeing you for the third hour of Tracks Momentum.